So we're here at the Teal Foundation Tealicious fashion show, and this is before everything gets started. So here I am taking a video of everyone before the show starts. We have the lovely tables. I found this table here, and we're making our way around.
Thank you.
We're going to make it to the raffle table. I want you guys to be able to see all of the wonderful raffles we have here. Look at these gorgeous bags. And again, this is the Tealicious fashion show. Look at this luggage set. These are all of our sponsors and vendors. To be able to see this top. See?
Excuse me. Sorry.
Here we are. Be able to see inside the basket. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. This air fryer that everyone's trying to win. Look at that teal umbrella basket. Wonderful, wonderful. This one I made, Patty. And this is our sponsor.
Oh, okay. Put my last two in there.
Yay, I hope you win.
Thank you.
Done.
I'm done.
Here's more raffles up top. And that beautiful handbag there. This one is a movie pass raffle. This cute bag. Oh. Bowling and shoes. You guys are wearing that teal, I'm telling you. Lovely, lovely.
It was a very nice looking overall.
And look at this bag.
Yeah, I was just away.
All right.
Just a dear friend. Oh, visitor.
And that basket. And I think that concludes it. I'll show you guys this one. And that luggage set. Awesome.
A grant in my wife's name. And it really is a wonderful tribute from Jean and the foundation, and I greatly appreciate it. Some of you may have known Sheri, some of you may have not, so I thought I would spend a few minutes just to tell you a little bit about her. And specifically her devotion to the cause of ovarian cancer. So she was diagnosed with 3C ovarian cancer in 2007. Came as a complete shock to she and I and our family. She had no family history, completely came out of left field and completely changed our lives. We had a 10-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old daughter at the time. So we always joked that we gave each other 24 hours to get over it and then to start the fight. So the fight really was about her life, saving her life. And she did everything she could to do that. She was treated at the University of Pennsylvania. She immediately agreed to take part in a clinical trial of Avastin. And, you know, somewhat selfishly, we didn't know whether she was, I believe it was a phase 2 clinical trial. So, we didn't know whether she was going to be getting the drug or not. As it turned out, she did not get the drug. And she really did start off to help improve her odds. But as her time, in and around the ovarian world continued, she realized that she was also doing this for, anybody else who may down the road have been diagnosed with ovarian cancer. So after her original surgery and treatment, she quickly became involved in the cause of ovarian cancer. And she started out kind of with bigger organizations. She started volunteering with NOC, and she ultimately became a committee member for the Delaware Valley chapter. I believe in 2008, we put together a team to walk in the NOC ovarian cancer walk in Philadelphia. And we raised about $8,000. And she was very disappointed to hear that that was the second largest team total. So she researched a little bit which team beat her. And I think that was the first time she heard of this person named Jean Sheri. And this kind of quirky sounding organization called the Teal Foundation. So time went on. We did a few other, my wife was the executive pastry chef at Yasna Polana in Princeton. So we did a really nice benefit fundraiser there. And this person, Jean Sheri, came to the benefit. I don't know whether that was the first time she met Eugene, but it was early on. So she would go to different, as she was involving herself more and more in the world of ovarian cancer, she would go to either a NOC meeting or any other kind of function, and she kept hearing about Jean Sheri and this little grassroots Teal Foundation. So at some point in time, she did make contact with Jean, and really loved the fact that, despite being involved in NOC and being involved in nationwide organizations, this really was, more of a hometown, Central Jersey, Pennsylvania type of organization. We lived in Princeton at the time. So she continued to get involved with the Teal and ultimately became the first president.
Thank you.
And I hope, although Jean is always the driving force, I hope she was able to take some of the work off of Jean in those kind of early days of the organization. But that wasn't the only, NOC wasn't the only organization, Teal Foundation wasn't the only organization. She managed to get herself on the Directors Leadership Council of the Abramson Cancer Center at the University of Pennsylvania. She was again very early, teamed up very early with Jane McNeil for the Turn the Towns Teal campaign when there were just very few towns. We got West Windsor Teal, and now, as many of you know, that's a worldwide organization, certainly a national organization. She went to Congress with ACNA to lobby for more funding for ovarian cancer. And, she really devoted much of the remaining 7 years of her life to ovarian cancer. So over that time, we knew nothing about ovarian cancer when she was first diagnosed. But I like to say that, as much of an expert as you could be as a layperson, she became in the world of ovarian cancer. And I know it became very, very clear to her as time went on that research was really the only way to battle this disease. She wasn't the benefit of that research, but she knew that early detection as well as new treatment protocols would be the way to go. So she made it clear to me before she died that any monies that would ever be raised in her name, any awards, would be focused on research. And I'm so happy to say that Jean and Janice and this organization have always honored that. Professor of Medicine at Cooper Medical School of Rowan University, and serves as an adjunct professor at of cancer medicine at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center. Dr. Grana's clinical and research endeavors have focused on breast cancer, cancer genetics, and community outreach interventions aimed at underserved populations, and she continues to be very active in each of these areas. She has been active in clinical trials for breast cancer as well as in research focusing on the study of hereditary aspects of breast, ovary, and colorectal cancers. Dr. Grana has received numerous awards, including the American Cancer Society Silver Chalice Award and Susan G. Komen for the Cure Light of Life Award. So as I read through Dr. Grana's project proposal for this grant, which is entitled Genetic Counseling and BRCA Testing of Women with Ovarian Cancer and Triple Negative Breast Cancer at MD Anderson Cancer Center at Cooper, I was struck by the fact, reading the proposal, that the medical community, despite knowing the fact that a fairly high percentage of women, women suffering from ovarian cancer have gene mutations, BRCA1 and BRCA2. The referral, genetic counseling, and genetic testing of these individuals is relatively small, numbering somewhere between 15 to 48% nationwide. Despite Sheri being of Ashkenazi Jewish heritage, she was never tested for, as part of ovarian cancer treatment, she was never tested for the BRCA genes. She was ultimately about 5 years into her treatment as part of a breast cancer scare. She was not BRCA positive, but it was not part of her treatment. So it was heartening for me to see this as part of Dr. Grana's research proposals.